I'm so sorry it's taken longer than I expected to update, but I'm happy to say I finally have an update now. So, yesterday, my denture cracked. I think I posted this on another video, I'm not sure, but about a month ago, I noticed that there was like a very thin fracture right here behind my teeth on the upper plate. And it it didn't pierce all the way through or anything. It was just a small crack that normal people probably wouldn't notice, but I obsessively run my tongue across the top plate, so of course I picked up on it right away. And I guess over time it just got worse and worse until yesterday I was eating steak and it gave way. It didn't crack all the way to the back. It's kind of going like this and up to this tooth over here, and when I bite down, I can feel it shifting like that where the crack is. So it's about to go. And let me explain why that is so, why I think that happened. My dentures do not fit me properly. They do not make contact with all of my gums. There is a pocket of air in there. I know that is horrible. My fault. I should have gotten a reline. Whatever. But it is what it is, and that's what happens when you don't have proper fitting dentures. You're going to cause wear on them. I mean, they're going to stretch in ways that they're not supposed to, and that's just what happened. And then plus they're old and they should have been replaced a while ago. So I did go to Affordable Dentures this morning. This cat is going to drive me crazy. I went this morning at about 9:30. I tried to get there as soon as they opened up, but it just wasn't possible. My son missed the bus, and yeah, so couldn't get there as soon as I wanted to. Plus, I had to bring my mom with me because she's putting it on her credit card, so she had to be there to sign everything. And so whatever. I got there at about 9:30. When I went in, it was clean. That was very nice. It was very clean. There weren't very many people there at all. I filled out my paperwork, and then they got me right back there. I mean, it was pretty prompt. I didn't have to sit and wait around at all, really. So when they took me back into the room, oh, and I want to say this also. I had called before I went. The woman that I spoke with on the phone was very professional. I love calling businesses where people have a pleasant attitude, and she definitely did. And then when I went in, the lady that I spoke with at the front desk, she was very pleasant also, very professional. So I really appreciated that. So they got me back to the back room, and then the assistant inspected the crack in my denture, and then she showed me the shades of teeth. I am getting the Ultra package, which is the highest package they have besides getting implants. And they're made of really durable acrylic. I forgot the process they said or whatever of how it's made or what it's made of, but it looks pretty good. She showed me an example, and if you look at mine, they're long, and they addressed that too. I didn't even have to say anything, they already knew. But if you look at mine, they're not molded around my teeth like natural gums. Like natural gums have, like, you know, little ridges or whatever. This set that I'm getting does have that. Also, the top plate has ridges that resemble your top palate. So that was nice also. So yeah, she showed me those, and then she showed me the shades that I could choose from. I think it's P4. I'm not sure. I think that's what they said it was, but it was white. It was the whitest ones they have. I know y'all are probably looking at me like I'm crazy because, like, on camera my teeth look pretty white, but that I have a light on right now. Otherwise you couldn't see me very well. So that makes them look brighter. But like when I'm out and about in the daytime, rabbits, cats, good lord, they're like kids. Anyways, when I'm out in the daytime, and especially when I'm like taking pictures of myself in the daytime and stuff, they're not as bright as I would like them to be. I'm sorry if that sounds vain, but you know, if I'm paying for them, then I want to pay for what I want, and that's what I want. everybody's bleaching their teeth, and like I'm only 28 years old. It's not like, you know, and even if I was 90, I mean, if you want bright white teeth, go for it. I mean, personally, I do. You know, it's a personal decision, so that's what I got. I'm getting the bright white ones. So then the dentist came in. Oh, and by the way, the assistant was very nice, very professional. She answered my questions. She offered. I didn't even really have to ask any questions because she just divulged information. She's very, very pleasant attitude. I loved it. I had a really good experience there. Then the dentist came in, smiling, and he was happy, and he was nice, and he, you know, it wasn't that awkwardness that I'm used to at dentist's office. It was very pleasant. He was very nice and professional. He checked out my gums or whatever, and then they did the impressions where they put the wax, the goopy stuff into a metal tray, and they did my bottoms first, and then they did the top ones. So that's what I had done today. I was supposed to go back tomorrow morning to do the wax try-ins, but my son has a concert for Mother's Day. It's the first one ever, and I get to see him on stage singing for me, and it's gonna be so exciting. So my whole family is going. We're gonna videotape it. Anyways, yeah. So I couldn't go tomorrow, but I'm going back at 9:30 Monday morning. I have a lot of action going on in there. I'm sorry. 9:30 in the morning to do the wax try-ins. And from my understanding, which I could have asked to clarify, but I think that the wax try-ins are where they take the wax that I did the impressions with or something like that. I don't know. They take some wax and they have the teeth set in there, and you get to try them on to see how they look, how they lay, how they're set in there and everything. And then if you have any issues with it, that they could do some adjustments to it. If you are satisfied, then they will make the dentures for you based on that. With the Ultra, now they have dentures where you can go in like super early in the morning and have them ready by that afternoon. The Ultra package is not like that because there's more detail involved in those. So those, if I go in Monday, those should probably be ready by Wednesday, Thursday-ish, somewhere around there. So I'm going to have to hold down these dentures until then. No biting into steak, no corn on the cob, no corn nuts, none of that stuff. I have to stay away from it and just pray that they don't break in half. So that's something that you really need to consider. If you have poor fitting dentures, they're going to crack. I mean, I've had several of my subscribers, several of my friends online told me about their experiences with their dentures cracking, and some of them were so bad that they could not wear them. I mean, that's, for me, that's scary. Like, I don't want to think about leaving the house without them. I don't want to think about my husband seeing me without. I'd probably have to tie a bandana around my face. I'm just that ridiculous about it. I'm sorry. At least I'm being honest. But thankfully that didn't happen to me this time, and I'm getting it taken care of. But please take care of your dentures and get your relines. I didn't. You see that cat back there? Like, that's Kitzel. I named him after a cat that my grandpa had when I was a kid. Anyways, you have to get frequent relines. Cushion grip is just not good enough. It really isn't. And that's my fault for being so stupid and not just somehow coming up with the money to get them taken care of and keep up with them. Then they probably wouldn't have cracked. But then again, who knows, because they're old. I don't know. I'm just saying, take care of them, because you don't want to be in a situation where God knows you're like on vacation and they just crack and you have nothing you can do about it, you know? So that's my advice. But as for my experience at Affordable Dentures today, because I haven't gotten all of the stuff done yet, so I can't speak on that, but as far as professionalism goes, they have it at this location. I went to, for those of you who are in Jacksonville, like I am, the one that I went to is on, I think it's San Jose. Yeah, I don't know if they have any other ones around here or not. I don't think so. It's on San Jose Boulevard, which is Mandarin, right? Yeah, so, and it was clean, and I felt really comfortable. I felt like I didn't feel uneasy or anxious or anything. So I would recommend them, just based on my experience today. I would recommend them to other people, you know. So it's not all bad like I thought it would be. So you guys take care, and if you have any questions, then email me or comment or whatever. talk to you guys later. Bye.